What's going on, man? I know it may be slightly disappointing because you wanted Roman Fury this weekend. I know he fought last weekend. First of all, what did you make of that fight? I'm guessing you wasn't impressed. And what's your message to Roman?
Yeah, so the problem is like me and my team, we did loads of research on him, and we knew that he was a terrible boxer. He was not anything like his brother, and obviously he got on his brother's promotion, and they're not going to give him anybody challenging. And he fought a guy that he was like 40, 50 pounds heavier than, who was an absolute bum, and the guy essentially went in there and fell over, and he looked terrible against a guy that was much worse than him. So, you put a decent guy in there, he was going to get beat up. We planned on beating him up, and he obviously ducked the fight. He wanted an obscene amount of money, £250,000 to fight me, and obviously, we're not going to pay a debut fighter that, and, he essentially found the quickest way to get out of that fight.
So is it 100% out of the question now, or do you feel like you put on a big performance this weekend, you're going to call him out on the mic anyway, regardless, right?
Nah, I don't even want a piece of him anymore. I was just very depressed. The whole thing that sold for him was that he had a Fury name, and I wanted a lot of people to think I was the underdog in that. I wanted to go beat up a Fury, be the first one to do it. And now that everybody sees how of a performance he put on against that bum, I have no interest in that fight anymore. As far as I'm concerned, I want Tommy or Tyson. Roman, he's out of the question now.
What did you make of Tommy pulling out of the Darren Till fight as well? Because you mentioned you want Tommy. Obviously, Tommy wasn't comfortable with Darren saying that he was going to head kick him. Yeah. You say similar sort of crazy things, right? I'm
not worried about Roman. I'm going to call out Tommy at the end of this thing. And if Tommy wants a real challenge, I'm not Jake Paul. I'm not KSI. I will come and put belt to So, Tommy, if you're watching this, I'm coming to you up very soon.
You mentioned Tyson as well. You're very clear. We spoke last year, and you said you would approach Tyson on a fight week. You're not scared of him.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's inevitable? You will get face-to-face with Tyson at some point in a fight week circumstance. You're not afraid of him?
Yeah, if Tyson's not a scary guy at all. He claims to be the Gypsy King, but the Gypsy King just got beat up twice. All respect to Tyson Fury. I'm a big Tyson Fury fan. I like everything about him. I like his antics. I like his showmanship. But he's a showman. He's not a fighter. And obviously when you put him in the ring with a fighter like myself, like Usyk, he's going to go get beat up. And, like I said, they hide behind this name because they built something around it. But names don't fight for you. The fists do. And I'm fully convinced that, when I come face-to-face with Tyson Fury, I'm going to let him know, like, listen, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not even be next year. But eventually you will have to see me, and the result is not going to go in his favor. What
do you make of your opponent this weekend, and just talk to me about your mindset and motivation heading into this one compared to previous fights? What would you describe your mindset as?
Yeah, this is one of those trap fights. It's hard because normally I'm always the underdog. Everybody thinks I'm going to lose. I always win, and I'm the best at what I do and the best in the heavyweight division, and I firmly believe that no influencer will ever beat me. And I give credit to Tanner Tolman, loads of credit to him for stepping up 4 weeks notice and taking the fight, because he got a tough ask ahead of him. He's got to go fight the hardest guy, the champion, on 4 weeks notice, not a proper camp. And big credit to him for taking the fight, but at the end of the day I got to knock him out, and we'll be friends after. We're friends before, but come fight night we're not going to be friends.
You're going to have a big target on your back after this as well. You've got multiple heavyweight fights on this card. Jordan Banjo, he'll no doubt want a piece of you in the future. Curtis Pritchard as well. Those are big names, big fights. Are those the guys that you're kind of looking at in the future as well?
No, I'm a champion. I'm going to be a world champion one day. I fight pros. This influencer thing is I love Mams Taylor, I love Misfits, but this is just a hobby for me. I have bigger and better goals in mind. As far as I'm concerned, I'm in a room full of bums. I'm in a room full of B-side bums that'll never beat me. And this heavyweight tournament, all of them are competing for second place. I'm the hot commodity in here. I walked in here with the belt. I walked in here with the mask. I walked in here with the glasses on. Everybody's looking at me saying, we have to win so we can fight Chase. Listen, everybody in here, all they're doing is fighting for the next ambulance out of here.
Wow. In terms of the pro game you mentioned, which of the guys in the pro game in the heavyweight division right now are you looking at and knowing that you can beat? And I know you're gonna say everybody.
Of course, I can beat everybody in the heavyweight division, but obviously they're not going to give me the number 1, 2 guys right off the rip. I would like to crack into at least the top 15.
Realistic fights right now, what would you say?
Yeah, realistically, I think, if I'm looking at a high-end caliber fighter right now in the heavyweight division, I think I could beat Johnny Fisher. I think Johnny Fisher, he's fighting Saturday. I think he's a very beatable guy, and he's somebody who's got a lot of commendable. I like him a lot. I've been following him for a while, but boxing at the end of the day, I think he's very beatable for me, and I think that's the level I'm at this moment in time. Once I take care of him, then the door opens for me. I'm going to go take care of Allen after him. and then move my way down to Andy Ruiz. I'd like to see Andy Ruiz within the next couple of years because I don't think he's that good. I think he got a lucky punch against Joshua. And then obviously, eventually guys like Deontay Wilder who are on the tail end of their career are going to want to come and have a piece of me, and I'm going to take care of him. And then, it's going to put me in the driver's seat to this thing. I think I'm the greatest boxer in the heavyweight division currently, and I think I'm going to continue down that path. And until somebody puts me on the canvas and puts me down, I'm going to keep that mindset.
What's your message to people who, the people in the comments, the people outside of your circle that don't believe what you're saying, that don't agree with anything that you've just said there? Because haters are there in any aspect of life. No doubt you say a lot of things that are going to instigate a reaction from people. What do you have to say to those people?
I got to say, fuck them straight up, because listen, I might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm in the shed and I'm very sharp. And based off of what I've done in the last few fights, man, I haven't taken. If you think about my losses, what I lose for? Knocking a guy out in ground and pound. Okay, what else I lose for? A blatant robbery that got the PBA fired. What else I lose from? A disqualification because my coach jumped in the ring against a heavyweight champion who I was beating. These are things that they look at and they'll be like, oh, well, you have 3 losses on your record. Well, kiss my ass, because I haven't had a loss in like 3-4 years. I've been out there. I've been fighting on pro cards in between Misfits. That's more than any of these fighters on the card. And love me or hate me out there. It's the message to everybody out there. Love or hate me, you know me. That's what it is.